Hey everyone, we got our Valesco D16 out here today. I thought we'd give it a shot and steam it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and let's get it oiled up and get a fire built under it. Let's go ahead and start this thing up. We haven't heard it run in a while. Let's go ahead and we'll run it for a little bit. Okay, so first thing let's fill it up. Take our little cap off of here. I should have brought my little funnel in, but that's alright. Someone was detected at my front door. And I don't see anyone. I'm going to fill this up about, 3/4 full. Whoops. And we are about there. About 3/4 full, so now we're going to put our little cap on here. And we're going to go ahead and fire this fire a little burner up here. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and oil this up. I'm going to put a couple drops in our little oiler here. Christmas season and steam engine steaming, right? Give it a little bit of turn here. That sucks it up into the motor. Well, the engine. It's not a motor. The motor's electric. Alright. And now we'll put our cap back on. I got some light oil here. This is sewing machine oil. I'm going to put down these little oil cups here. Oil it up. Then I'm going to put some in the oil cups for the crankshaft. And put some down in here in the governor. And we're going to let it heat up, build up some pressure, and I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, I'll zoom you in a little bit here so you can see it. I think it's ready. I turned the valve and the flywheel started to turn, so I figure it's ready. Oops, I gotta get something for that. I put this hose on here just to keep it from being so messy. There we go. Back out a little bit here. Yeah. Nice. All my engines run. We have 15, and every one of them we can start up and run. Yep, every one we have will start up and run. So that's pretty cool. Very good running engine. Let's slow her down a little bit more. Very nice. Alright, I'll let you guys watch this for a minute. Oops, sorry. If I stop kicking the camera. Here, we'll raise it up a little. We'll raise you up a little bit. How's that? And then maybe we'll fire up the D14. So, yeah, you guys enjoy that. And for a minute or two, and then I'll be back with you. There it goes. I like to see them running slow like that. Just kind of more realistic, you know. That ticking noise you hear is the engine itself, but that thump, 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 that's this. When it's running real slow like that. That thing was in bad shape when I got it. Not running wise. It started up and ran pretty good, but it was nasty looking. It was just all, you know, no one cleaned it. Got the whistle popping off, so let's rev it up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the fire off. So the whistle on this is the safety valve. So when it does that, it got up to 22 psi. I don't have a gauge on here. I want to put gauges on a couple of these, like the D14, maybe the D10. But them gauges are 50 bucks a piece. Of course, it would bring the price of the engine up, you know, if I put gauges on them. I don't like my stuff running wide open. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to let this steam down a little bit, let it cool down, and then I'll be back with you guys. We're not done yet. Okay guys, we got the D14 up here. And let's go ahead and fill this up with water. Again, I should have brought my... Let me get my funnel. It's a little bit easier. Okay, got my little tiny funnel there. And again, about 2/3, 3/4 full. This is one of the nicest ones that we got. I didn't have to do anything to it. For the money, this was 40 bucks. And I jumped on it as soon as I seen it. Of course it said untested, but I knew it would run. And it didn't matter to me if it was untested or not, or if it ran, because it was so nice. There was $40 worth of parts on this thing. So about halfway there. This should take us up to where we need to be. So we're not going to run it very long. Well, it took it right exactly where I usually run it, so, but that's okay. Now we're going to put our, this one, it's got its own safety valve. We'll check that once we put this in here and tighten it up. It's good. I am going to put a little bit of oil on that safety valve. There we go. Now, again, we're going to put a couple drops. You know what? Let's go ahead and fire this. That way it can be heating up. Turn it down a little bit. About right there. Now, we're going to take our cap off the top here, our little oil cap for our oiler. And that should be enough for all we're going to run it. Now this one, let me grab my different oil. I'm going to put a little bit of heavier oil up there on those ones. Okay. Put a little, just any moving part. Put some oil on it. It doesn't take a lot, but you can't over oil them by any means. It just makes a little bit of a mess. But I'd rather have to clean up a mess than have to replace pistons and crankshafts and rods and stuff like that. And this one does have the steam that comes out of the stack, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Once this thing is ready to roll. Oop, I heard a little bit of a whistle there, so sometimes you can just leave these open, and when they start whistling, you know they're ready. But I just got this in here because it kind of sits sideways. I have to take this apart and put new seals in there, and when I do, then I'll make sure it's, you know, tweak it whatever needs to be done to make sure that, you know, it's straight. I mean, it'll run. It just looks, I don't like the way it looks when it's, you know, when it's kind of, I seen this start moving. Alright guys, I'll kick you back on when it's ready. Up, see the flywheel? Now this one doesn't have a throttle control. What I do is I'll turn the gas down, and that kind of acts like a throttle control. This is double acting. it will run forward or reverse. So let's let it build up some steam. It's getting there already. Okay guys, I think it's ready. Here we go. Let's give it a shot. And there it goes. Now I'm going to turn the fire down just a little bit. Because like I said, I don't like them running wide open. And it'll run backwards too. I don't know if you'll be able to see the steam. Yeah, you can see that steam coming out of there. Yeah. Isn't that cool? That's pretty awesome, huh? And this one is one of our quieter ones. Let's see if I can turn that fire down a little bit more. I've had this thing running very, very slow. Around 60 RPMs or something. That's the good thing about the gas. You can turn the gas down on these that don't have the throttle valve. I can put a throttle valve in here if I want. I may do that sometime, or I just may leave it like this because, you know, like I said, I can use the gas as a throttle. If I turn the gas up, it'll speed up. I don't know if you can see it speeding up or not, but it is. Then turn it back down. Oh, and the fire went out. But anyway, we had it running. Also, when you turn it up, you can see the black soot on the tank. I don't like that. But before I put these away, I'll wipe it down with some WD-40 or a little bit of oil. And then that way, next time I start it up, as you can see, it comes right off with no issues. Let's run it just a smidgen more. There we go. Got a nice little fire going under there. The whistle's not going to be real loud because, you know, I got the fire turned down, so there's not a lot of steam. Let's run it this way. Very nice. Okay, I'll let you guys watch that for a minute, and then I'll be back with you. Christmas season steaming, right? And when I take this off to replace some seals under there, they're little gaskets. I'll clean the boiler tank up really nice on it, and this will be one of our nicer ones. This is a newer one. These sell for $200, $200 up to $250, depending on if it's got the original box. Without the original box, they're going for between $200 and $220, depending on the condition they're in. I got it for $40. Free shipping too on this one, so Very smooth. Very good running engine. I like it. Alright guys, I'm going to let this run for a minute, let some water come down out of it, and then I'll be back with you. Okay guys, the D14 has been running almost 40 minutes. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still half full. Cool. We're not done yet. Okay guys, we're back. Yeah, that thing's very efficient running like that. So it only ran down like a fourth of the water. So here we have our D10. It's electric. So we don't have to make any fire or anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire this one up. So let's go ahead and fill this up. Hopefully I can see the water. This one doesn't take much water. I probably should use my smaller syringe, but let's see here. I put a little bit of vinegar in my water every time I steam these. It just kind of helps keep them cleaned out. Okay, so this one, here we go. We're about 3/4 full. I was only going to fill it half full, but check our safety valve, working fine. Very nice. Let's go ahead and plug this one in. This is one of the first ones we got when we first bought one. We actually bought 3. It was in a lot. They were in a lot. Excuse me. There was a D4, a D5, and a D10. We bought them all for 140 bucks. So we got that. Let's go ahead and oil this up back here. A little bit there, and we'll put some down in our governor. And so now, and this one does not have a throttle control either. I could put one on here, or I could make an exhaust, but what I do is just all unplug it and plug it in. I should get one of those, what are they called? You can turn up and down electricity. I forget what they're called. I should get one of those when I'm running this thing. That way I can adjust the throttle on it. Let's give this a little bit here. This is dual acting, so it'll run forward or reverse as well. Okay, it's getting warm. You never know. You know how many times you unplug a toaster and plug it back in and don't want to work. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll get you down here. This one don't have steam come out of the top. That's what this drip tray is for. It just drips out here into this tray. But let's let it heat up. And let's get this one started up. This will be what, number 3, right? Cool. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to do a poll on it too. Sometime before Christmas, I think what I'd like to do is a live steam and live stream. To where we go live and we fire up every engine we have. We have 15 of them. So, what do you guys think? Would you guys like to see that? I think it'd be a little fun, but all right, let's let this get heated up. Should wipe that off some. Just dust. But these boilers stay really nice because, you know, they they don't have any fire under them. Yeah, I hear it already. Yeah, it's not going to take long. Okay guys, I'll be back with you as soon as this heats up. Okay guys, so I think we're ready. Let's touch the flywheel. There it goes. So yeah, like I said, this one pretty much just runs wide open. Just getting some condensation out of it. Oops, sorry guys. Let me move you back here a little bit. Thought I had you back far enough, I zoomed you in. This one hasn't been running months. Well, probably, I don't know, maybe a year. And then like I said, with this one, I can unplug it and slow it down, or you can open the whistle up real little and it lets some steam out. This one condensates a lot, which I'm okay with that. Now you can hear it slowing down because we unplugged it. There we go. I'll let you watch that one for a minute. It won't take long, it'll slow down. And to me, a lot of the fun of it is cleaning them up before I put them away. You know, I'll put a little oil on them and just clean them up, and next time I run it, I can actually, if I want, I don't have to oil it, but I do. But that way, if I would forget, which I haven't yet, and I don't plan on it, if I would forget to oil it, it's already oiled. But wiping the water off of it and everything, just to me is part of the fun. We'll plug it back in for a second, and when it starts speeding up, we'll unplug it. Yeah, variator, is that what that electric thing's called? Variac or something? I don't know, I can't remember. See it speeding up? And I unplugged it and it'll slow back down. These are small boilers, so, you know, they don't run a real long time like that D14. The D16, D22 runs forever. Get that off of there. Yeah, there that one is. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see it. Very nice. Open up the whistle and let some steam out. And there we go. Alright guys. That's what, 3 of them? We're not done yet. Hang tight. Okay guys, now if memory serves me correctly, I haven't had this one running since I got it. This is an old Flashman. I think it's from the 60s, but I'm not positive. It could be older than that. So I got my smaller syringe here. These don't take very much at all. This boiler, I don't think is as big as the D10. Now I'm not going to fill it all the way up. I'm just going to put enough in it to run it, because see, there's no sight glass on this. It's hard to tell how much you got in there. Make sure the pop-off valve is working. It is a little stiff, so Let's put some oil on it. It is the original pop-off valve for this. Alright, got a little bit of oil on there. Okay, that's good. I don't have the original burner for this, so I used the I couldn't remember what I used, so I used the burner out of the D5, and that's what we're going to use on this one, or that's what we're going to use again. See if we can get this lit up with this. Okay, yeah, it lit it. We're just going to stick this in here. This one's pretty easy to oil. We're just going to pull this back a little bit and put a drop. Doesn't take much. That's enough right there. Put a little bit there. Just give it a little bit of oil. I think this one was a little stiff the first time I started it. And I cleaned the piston and the cylinder out on it. I did put a whistle in here. This is a Walesko whistle. I lost the little thing off of it. I know where it is, but I can't get to it right now. So let's go ahead and if I remember right, this ran pretty good for, I mean, it could be the 50s. It's kind of got like a pinkish base to it. There we go. Put that back in there. Oh yeah, it's heating it up. Alright, let's let it heat up and excuse me. I'll be back with you when it's ready to run. Okay guys, I think it's ready. I see some steam leaking around the pop-off valve there. Needs a gasket, but that lets me know. I leave it like that because it lets me know. And also I've seen some condensation dripping out of here. I don't know if you can see that or not. So it might be ready. Let's go ahead and let's give it a shot. And there it goes. There is no throttle on here, so it just kind of runs wide open. And there it is. Just kind of like a wig-wag motor or wobble engine, they call them. 'Cause that's all it does, wobble back and forth. There's two holes there. One puts steam in, pushes the piston, and when the piston like pushes out, and as it's coming back, it exhausts through another hole just right there. So real simple motors. And then of course, once it gets all the way back in and up here, inertia brings it around. Once it gets back up here, it puts steam pressure back in it, and there you go. This one will not run backwards because it doesn't, you know, it's not the but it does run good and it's very quiet. But it doesn't, it's not double acting. Double acting means forward and reverse. It doesn't have a reverser on it. So, you know, it just runs one way. But I was thinking this was from the 60s. I was going to restore this one. Monkey said, no, I'd leave it like that. So I'm like, okay, I'll just leave it like that. No big deal to me, because it runs great. And then if I want to shut it down, just blow the heat out, and this one will stop pretty quick. I always drain the water out of them. This, I'm just running sterno fire starter stuff in this one. See, it shuts down pretty quick. So there we go, guys. And then it wouldn't take long to start it back up, because now that it's hot, and I keep it back as far as I can to go back towards the right here where the steam comes out of the boiler, and there it is. Alright guys, I'm gonna watch this run for a minute and then I'll be back with you. Pretty neat though, pretty neat little engines. I love these things. And once I get a D32, that's gonna be my holy grail, the D32. But here, I'll let you watch it for a minute. Pretty cool, huh? Whoa, she's speeding up now. There we go. Alright guys, I'll be back with you. Poof. Okay guys, so there we go. We fired up 4 of them. And no issues, no problems. You take care of them, and they'll last forever. They'll last like that forever. I mean, you drain the water out of them so they don't calcify. You keep them oiled up. You keep them clean. Don't bang them around. Don't, throw them out in a damp shed or something like that where they rust out. The boilers on these won't rust out because they're nickel plated brass, so they're brass boiler with nickel. That's not chrome, that's nickel plated. But I think this Fleischmann here, I think it's copper. It's a copper tank, but they'll last forever if you take care of them. Nowadays, I mean, you get something out of a box and it's all plastic. It's broke before you even get it. You might get, say, well, I take care of my stuff, it'll last forever, and then you get it and you plug it in and use it one time and it blows up or whatever. Not these things. You take care of them, they'll treat you well, and you'll have many years of good fun. You can pass them down, so hopefully that's what I can do. I don't know if I mentioned it, Monkey and her mom took the grandbaby to go see Santa. It's his first Christmas, so they went and had pictures taken at the mall in Ocala. So, I guess they're done with the pictures. They didn't have to wait, so that's good. But, so, yeah, he's a old scout. I wonder how he did. But, so, yeah, 3 generations there. I said, you guys need to go. They asked me if I wanted to come. I was like, no, because I'd already planned on, I wanted to do a steam engine video today. So, appreciate it, though. But I was like, no, you guys go. That's 3 generations there. So, you got great grandma, you got grandma, and then you got Scout. His name's not Scout. That's his nickname from me. I call him Scout. His name's Yurton. It's nature spelled backwards. So that's what his little name is. But I just call him Scout. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Shea Bear, the Myth, the Man, Legend. I'm gone for now. I got them lined up here, and I'll let you guys take a last look at it. Hopefully your Christmas season's going well, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, everyone. Enjoy yourself. Bye-bye, and take care.